Hey and welcome back to the channel. I'm Amani Forrester, author of the book 30 Reasons Why Men Deserve Nothing. It's available right now on Amazon and it's free to read if you have Kindle Unlimited. We also have a Patreon now for videos and deep dives that might be a little too much for YouTube. Links are in the description. Also, I don't know what's going on with YouTube, but many of you are being unsubscribed without your knowledge or consent, so please make sure to check that you're still subscribed and hit the bell notification so you never miss a video. Before we get into today's video, quick reminder. Our self-publishing success blueprint is officially open, and if you get it now, you save over 50% off. It's a two-in-one program where you learn exactly how to self-publish your own books on Amazon and also learn to sell them on YouTube. It's the same system that I use right now to create consistent, life-changing income. Books are digital assets. They build passive income, financial freedom, and peace of mind, which honestly every woman deserves and needs, especially right now. The link is in the description and our private community is launching soon, so don't wait, grab your spot while it's still on sale. Hey y'all, it's Amani here, and I'm coming to you with a video on an interesting subject that I recently discovered. So, we all know that globally, women are poorer than men. This is a statistical observation, but have you ever wondered what the structural causes are that explain the extent of this wealth gap? Well, there's actually an author, and she's on the screen right now. Her name is Titiou Leco, and she has dedicated a book to it called The Couple and Money, in which she talks about many factors that help to construct this gap. And one of them is currently going viral, and it's called the yogurt pot theory. So, this is how the yogurt pot theory works in everyday life. Titiou Leco observes that in many households, women bear most of the daily expenses, that being food, small purchases, cyclical expenses, symbolized by yogurt pots. Men, often earning a higher salary, tend to finance the major expenses and investments like the house or the car. But during a separation, the woman leaves the couple without assets or durable objects, just, quote, the empty yogurt pot. The concept shows that women's invisible labor, from shopping, maintenance, mental load, etc., does not create transferable wealth. It fuels emotional debt and a feeling of erasure, all the more pronounced when post separation precarity sets in, contrasting with the partner's enrichment. So, this phenomenon isn't just a present day issue. The lack of wealth to pass on is widening the generational divide, and it's depriving women and their daughters of an economic legacy. Initiatives are emerging to encourage financial literacy and investment among women and break the cycle of impoverishment to promote greater equality. The yogurt pot theory thus questions justice within the couple. It shows that financial freedom and equality require a real distribution and recognition of women's invisible work. That article was unfortunately pretty short, and I actually wanted more information on her concept. But unfortunately, because she's a French woman, most of her work is in French, you're hard pressed to find much of anything from her works in English. So it's been a challenge, but I did find an Instagram post that expounded on her work a little bit more. So let's get into it. So, French journalist Titiou Leco introduced what she calls the yogurt cup theory to explain a tough reality that being in a romantic relationship for women often makes them poorer. So, let's imagine Gwendolyn, who is in a relationship with Richard. Gwendolyn earns less money than Richard because she works part time to take care of their children. The couple buys a new car, the kind of car Gwendolyn could never afford on her own, and Richard pays off the car loan since he earns more. This seems logical to the both of them. To, quote, balance things out, Gwendolyn offers to pay a bit more money than Richard for the groceries, symbolized here by the yogurt cups. So that's small salary, small expense, big salary, big expense, as Titiou Lecoq puts it. When they separate, however, Richard leaves with the car. Gwendolyn, on the other hand, walks away from the relationship with her empty yogurt cups. This metaphor illustrates how subtly and without either party fully realizing it, cohabitation has over time made Gwendolyn, the woman, financially worse off. Why this matters for DV thrivers. So, in abusive relationships, especially those involving economic or psychological violence, of which 99% of all abusive relationships between males and women do have financial abuse, this logic becomes dangerous. Women put their needs last, financially, emotionally, and physically. They stop spending on themselves or they give up career opportunities to support the household. They sacrifice autonomy, often without realizing it until they have nothing left to fall back on. The yogurt cup theory reminds us that economic abuse doesn't always start with violence. It starts with guilt. with small decisions, with, quote, being reasonable. And that's what makes it so insidious. All women should be encouraged to make lasting economic investments. Now, in response to this concept, I saw a really asinine comment from a male who said, quote, maybe you should stop playing games and get married. If you're not committed, why would you move in together? An alternative is you both save a percent of your income and then split the expenses. If he owns the home, his principal is his savings and you split the interest. However, the yogurt pot theory is exactly the reason why marriage isn't the solution people think it is. Because what this author's yogurt pot dynamic describes doesn't magically stop once you get married. If anything, it just gets reinforced under a shared bank account. Even inside marriage, men tend to take ownership of the big, durable assets, the house, the car, the investments, while women end up shouldering the everyday, invisible expenses that keep the entire household running, like the groceries, cleaning supplies, school clothes, toilet paper, gas, toothpaste, all those small, constant expenses that nobody notices until they're gone. That is the invisible labor that nobody counts, but it costs real money. And here's the thing, women put up to 90% of their earned income back into their households, compared to only about 30 to 40% for males. So that imbalance doesn't go away in marriage, it actually compounds. Because women aren't just spending more, they're also earning less. Women tend to be the ones who reduce their work hours, they're not promoted as much as males, and they also tend to pause their careers entirely to take care of children or aging parents. Women are the ones who are managing the home, remembering every doctor's appointment, keeping everyone fed and functional, all while sacrificing their own earning potential. And actually, every time that a woman has a child, her earning potential drops more and more. And when the marriage ends, males tend to walk away with durable assets like the house, the car, the savings, and women tend to be left with what Lecoq calls the empty yogurt pots. The money she spent keeping everyone alive and comfortable doesn't turn into wealth. It doesn't build equity. It doesn't gain interest. It just disappears. So when people say if women just got married, they wouldn't be poor, no, marriage doesn't fix inequality. It often cements it. Because the system doesn't reward maintenance, it rewards accumulation. And women are expected to maintain everything. They maintain the home, the relationship, the emotional health of the family, and none of that maintenance turns into ownership or long-term security. So no, marriage isn't the answer to women's poverty. Not when the very structure of marriage still benefits males disproportionately and leaves women walking away with nothing but the crumbs of what they helped to build. That's the cost of the empty yogurt pot, because she's the one who spent years filling it while he kept the lid on his investments. Until financial equity inside hetero relationships becomes the norm, until invisible labor is valued, assets are shared fairly, and men contribute more than just the bare minimum, the yogurt pot will stay empty, and women who filled it will still be left scraping the bottom. And this is exactly why I'm so passionate about teaching women how to take control of their financial futures. Because knowledge like this hidden truth about how wealth actually moves, is power. Women are retiring in poverty at a rate of 80% higher than men. And it's not because women aren't working hard enough. It's because so many women have been locked out of asset ownership, and assets are what build wealth. And y'all, that's actually why Shanice and I created the self-publishing success blueprint, because books are assets. You make a book one time and it sells for you for years. I had a best-selling book back in 2020 that earned me 5 figures in a single month, that went on to make me over $20,000 within less than 3 months. And you know what? It's still one of my top-selling books today. Books earn you money while you sleep. They help to build up your passive income over time so that you end up working smarter, not harder. And they position you as an authority figure in your field. Also, books are a wonderful way of sharing whatever story or message you have for the world. So if you're ready to start building assets and start building your own financial freedom, this is your sign. Click the link in the description and make sure to join our program. It's a 2-in-1 program. You're going to learn how to do YouTube and be successful with it. And you're also going to learn how to sell books consistently and organically through both Amazon's algorithm and also using YouTube. It's called social selling. It's what I do right now to sell my book. And you're also going to learn how to market properly with Amazon ads if you're interested. So it's a lot of information. It's a lot of great information. No fluff. You can implement it right away. And you also save $300 off. And you get access to our private community that is currently open. And there, you have like-minded people. You can ask us any questions that you have, and we're there to help you and mentor you. So yeah, click the link in the description and you can learn how to write, publish, and profit from your own books and turn your ideas into income. Because honestly, women deserve more than empty yogurt pots. We deserve ownership, We deserve freedom, and we deserve to retire wealthy. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you've ever heard of this concept before. Let me know if you're going to check out Tito Lecoq's book as well. I know that I will definitely be looking for an English version somewhere. But yeah, let me know in the comments what y'all thought of this concept. Did it surprise you? Honestly, I'm not too surprised about the fact that women spend more in relationships, but the way that she put it, this concept really sheds a different type of light on it. And y'all, this isn't right. Women who are in romantic relationships end up more poor than their single counterparts? Absolutely not. Yet another reason to not be interested in romantic partnerships unless males are coming to the table with something, unless they are the ones who are providing for you, giving back to your life, giving you tangibles. Otherwise, it's just not worth it. Otherwise, it's like you're setting yourself up for failure. Like, why? Anyway, let me know what you thought in the comments. Thank you so much for watching.